You would be crazy to buy a cold air intake in 2019. I'm under the hood of my 2019 F250 and my 2018 F150, and I'm just looking at the air intake systems. This is really well designed here on the F250. The air goes right through this grill. It's funneled up through this opening here and all the other openings that are found throughout this area. So all the positive pressure that comes when you're going down the road 30 miles an hour, maybe 40, 50, maybe 60, 70 miles an hour, all that positive pressure is caught by this gasket here. And you can see on the hood of the truck where there's a clean line. This line here, it makes a perfect seal and keeps all the positive pressure from the air as you're driving down the road and funnels it right into your air intake. And then from there it goes down underneath the battery tray, and then it goes into this huge air filter. Look how big the air filter is on the Super Duty. Pretty huge. And just looking at this design, you'd be crazy to buy a cold air intake here in 2019 with the way that the OEMs have designed these air intakes. They're so much better than they were from the previous model years, and I believe GM and Dodge are doing very similar things, but just totally impressed with what I'm seeing here on the Super Duty. I've seen this on the 150, but they're even better on the Super Duty. The 150 takes the air in through the front grille, comes up through here, and same deal, it has a dam set up here where it keeps the air trapped. It's not as good as it is in a Super Duty, but it's pretty good, and it funnels the air down this huge intake, which is, you know, about as good as you can get. You really don't need to even look at a cold air intake. It's literally just one piece, one pipe going into the air filter. Now the air filter could be a little bigger, but it's definitely adequate for the size of the intake. So 2019, you'd be crazy. There's so many air intakes available for the F-150, but they're not necessary in my opinion. But comment below, maybe you have one. Maybe, you know, the old systems that didn't use these snorkel designs where they can really capture the positive pressure from the grill, maybe it'd be cool to have one. But man, with the way things are designed now, it seems counterintuitive to do anything to interrupt, because I see a lot of cold air intakes where like they just put the filter element right here under the hood. The Roush one's pretty cool because it kind of has the gasket that goes around and kind of makes contact with the hood, and then it reuses this. But the ones that don't even use this, man, it's really questionable why you would eliminate this pipe and just have a filter element here. I think I seen on Facebook a few guys had their K&Ns on their Super Duties, and it's like there's no way, you know, you could just put a pipe and a tube and a filter there, and that's just as good. You're sucking in hot engine air instead of taking advantage of what you got going on here, positive pressure, and funneling it down underneath the battery. So anyway, that's it for the video. Comment below what you think about cold air intakes, and hope to hear from you soon.